Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Farm Expert 2017, which was kindly provided to me by Kill H here on YouTube. I want to thank him once again for his generous donation to the channel. He did it literally just so I could buy this game, and I cannot thank him enough. Now, I haven't played this game at all yet, so let's try. Oh, that's online. How do I go back? Okay, free ride. Let's choose a country. Let's go for let's go for Northern Hills, I guess, because we're starting at the harvest there. This came out a couple of days ago, and I wasn't initially gonna get it, but seeing as I now have it, I might as well. Whoa! Okay, the mouse is super sensitive. Can I turn that down, please? That's better. I'm guessing the first thing we want to do is hop in here. And this is as good as I can get the game. Okay. Let's connect this. So, is there a different view? Ooh, okay. So this is a Galadon harvester, apparently. Galadon 2790. So let's immediately just get to work here. So how do I just drive in here? Is it lowered? Is there a way to lower it? Oh. Okay. So, whoa, okay, this is... Okay, so let's... Whoops. I'm still getting used to this game, if you didn't notice. So let's try with cruise control. Level 1 with... Let's... Okay, let's try level 2. 13 kilometers an hour, is it going to harvest? Yes, it is. Oh, there is mouse zoom. Lovely. So, I will admit the graphics in this game are not the greatest. I'm getting... Well, it is still quite new. The graphics are good, but I kind of find them a bit cartoony. It's pretty solid, actually. It's running 52 frames a second while I'm recording here, so it's not the worst game I've ever tried. I'll be honest there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of straw being dropped, so I'm wondering, is there some sort of thing going on there? So what, 13% full, I guess, is what that means. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to work with a wheel. And why did it just drop straw there? Interesting. Let's try slowing this down a bit. Ah, now it's dropping straw at a much better pace. So I'm guessing we're supposed to go in cruise control level 1 at like 6 or 7 kilometers an hour as opposed to 13, 14. Is there a button to like hire workers at all? Or does it... F1 does something, F2 shows... Oh, F2 is kind of an info menu, and F3 shows that. WASD is to move around. Shift is a speed modifier. I don't know if there's any... Oh, here's a map. Can we hire somebody? I'm guessing we can, so... If we hop back into the harvester, which we gotta go around to the right side, it's not like Farm Sim. You have to actually enter the correct side of the harvester. It's very loud, this game. Which is a bit of a shame. I've got the sound turned quite the way down. I'm gonna try turning it down more. That was the wrong control. Sound options. So I got the sound at about 50%. Let's turn it down a bit more. Oh, that's much more. That's much better. I can hear myself think now. So, I'm guessing you have to go this speed at like 6 or 7 kilometers an hour to harvest properly in this game. I would have... Ooh, that's a That's a really nice animation for the harvest itself. Now, it's probably not going to take on Farm Sim directly, but it does, mainly because of the magical insta-stop, which is a bit of a shame. But I think it is a really solid game so far. It helps if I lower the header. There we go. It's a really solid game. It probably could do with a bit more work from the developers. I mean, it looks really nice. I don't know if things get ready. I know there is like a damage model in the game. I don't know how it works. I haven't really looked into that yet. And oh, the map. If you look at the map in the bottom left, you can see that it is updating as I go along, so it's showing me exactly how much is harvested. It's kind of like a real-world GPS system. That's actually really nice. Now, I don't know what all equipment we have on this map. I don't expect there to be a tab functionality around here. This is a very simulatory simulator. Let's just put the header down again so that it can shoot out any more straw. Okay. So you can't just switch it into reverse and hope for the best. You have to... Ooh, you have to... Whoops, that was the wrong button. No, get back in! Get back in! You can't just switch it into reverse and slam it into gear like in Farm Sim. You do have to... how do you turn on the beacons? I want the beacons on. Controls... Starting to PTO, lifting the front, Lights. Would it be L? By any chance? No, that's turning on the actual driving lights. I don't know how the beacons work. So the one thing that I'm noticing is it's... I'm liking the way that the Combine kind of jumps around. I don't like how it just, like, stops. But... one thing I'm noticing is it is much more realistic and in-depth than Farm Sim, because really you almost want to be in this camera view. All the inside works. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, it's a lot better than a lot of the... I'm using Farming Simulator just because that's the game that I've played the most of. I have played many Farming Simulators in the past. And I will say that the in-cab display here is as good, if not a bit better than most of Farming Simulators ones, because you can see the mileage. I don't know what the mileage is measured in, but you can see it. You can see the work hours, you can see your RPM and your speed, your GPS, which I don't know if that's a thing, but you can see it. Now, just notice as well, you can actually see the, did something just move there? Something moved. Oh, the brakes! So I'm guessing maybe there was an intention of adding... like, whoa, okay. This causes the motor to overheat and loss of parts of the crops. Oh! Okay. So if you go too quickly, you'll just destroy the crops. Is there like a separate texture for that, or...? No, there is not. So what happens if I go speed 2? Speed 2... Okay. Does it give me... I'm not entirely sure what the GPS thing means. Does it mean I'm not getting full yield, or... Well, if I can go speed 2, then I'm gonna go speed 2, because it's faster. Let's try F here. Let's try heading over to a tractor and unloading this thing. So I gotta get out. Gotta climb down the steps. That I like. Ooh, there's a little pop-up saying how full it is. That I like too. So there's a bit of view bobbing going on, I've noticed. What's our tractor here? It is a McCormick. Is that trailer attached? Maybe not. So it is a McCormick MTX 160. Let's get it turned on. Okay, so let's go back. Q. R. Oh, no, nope, don't want to tip the trailer now. V. Oh, okay, so we got 2 settings for the CVT. So let's switch it into high gear. Just get over there quickly and unload the harvester. This isn't a game that... Oh, it's a Sigma trailer as well. Ooh. Am I under the pipe? Yes. So why isn't the pipe unloading? Oh, good lord. There's a jumping sound, which gave me a minor scare. Oh, you got a menu start and stop the raindrop. That's really realistic, though. The particle system inexplicably changes halfway down, and they're not aligned with each other. That's maybe not the greatest. I know that it sounds like I'm being really critical. I'm just kind of getting used to this game at the moment still. This is literally the first time I've played it. I've only just bought it. But I think it's pretty solid. I don't think it's going to rival Farming Simulator. I think it's very good in its own right. I think it's very, very good in its own right. It's a very solid game. I like the fact that the PDA map, the little map at the bottom left, does update. And it's kind of somewhat dynamic, as opposed to most games where it's just like, it's just there. Gonna be honest, not the biggest fan of the... What on earth is going on in that field? Not the biggest fan of the square fields, but I've made that perfectly clear in the past multiple times in Farming Simulator and pretty much every... Well, in Farming Simulator, because that's the only one I've really recorded. But I've never been a fan of fields that are perfectly square. Ever. It's just a thing of mine. Just a personal preference there. One thing I'm not sure about what... I've seen plenty of harvest videos and I've never seen straw that was that close to the colour of the ground. Not entirely sure about that personally, but I do like it. I also don't know how full the trailer is, because I'm so used to having like all of my mods in FarmSim. And it's... I've got to be honest, it's nice to play a different game for once. It's nice to be able to record something that's different. I hope you guys like this. You know, if you want to see more of this, please do hit the like button. I know that I'm, you know, being a bit critical of the game, but you know, every game has its ups and downs, and I tend to be more critical when I'm just getting used to a game than when I'm after playing it for a while. I mean, it's kind of obvious with FarmSim that I'm accepting a lot more of out of mods now than I was in the past, because I know more about modding now than I did. This game, did something just teleport over me there? Let's bring the pipe in again, actually, because we don't need it out. And because that was the wrong button. Because the tractor can pretty much stay where it is. And I'm going to drive through this hedge, because why not? Because you can. Because the tractor can more or less stay where it is, there's no real reason for me to have the pipe out the whole time. I should probably run over, once I get to the bottom of the field here, run over and turn off the tractor. Because it's probably not great for me to just leave it on with fuel billowing out of the exhaust like it is. I'm maybe not too sure about the engine smoke either. I think I may have damaged something. And I don't know exactly how to fix things. I might need to go through the tutorials. Now, I have spoken to people who've played this while it was in beta and before it was released, and they said that it is a bit much to get into very quickly. It is difficult to get used to this, and I can kind of see why, because coming from Farming Simulator, it's a very different game with very different controls. And being used to playing on a wheel, it's actually kind of disorienting to play on a mouse and keyboard again. Improved ability, Reaper. Oh, I got a promotion. Are there role-playing elements to this? If that's so, then that's cool. Or if so, then that's cool, I guess. So this is... I have to admit, if this game was paired with... Actually, I think if just they fixed the way the vehicles handled a bit, because they're a bit floaty and weird at times. Especially the Harvester, which just... Well, the brakes. The brakes, I think, are a bit too strong. Because there's no way to slow down. It just kind of either rolls or stops. Is there a way of finding out how many fields I actually own? So I own this one, this one, this one. Okay. So what all do these controls, what does this even mean? These fields are not fertilized. Okay. Well, this field isn't anyway. And there's also some sort of soil management in it. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go unload the combine again, because it is getting quite full. And I may need to unload the tipper as well. I am making an absolute hames of lining up here. Is this mostly over? Let's try this. Mostly. And let's... Whoops. I think the trailer's full. Yes. Empty the silo or sell the grain. Okay, so... What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back into the harvester real quick. And turn it off, and now hop out of the harvester again. And these animations are cool, but I can see that they might get annoying eventually. So our next job is to find out where on Earth we can tip into. What looks like a silo? It's strange coming from like Farming Simulator, where I know most of the mechanics inside and out, and I know what looks like a silo and what doesn't, and then coming in here and the tractor is floating slightly. Ah, that looks like a silo. So where's our tipping point here? Is this a tipping point, or is the tipping point over there? Grain silos here. Player buys and builds silos for grain. Various types of grain require different silos. Okay. It looks like there's a thing over here as well. Aha! Is this our tipping point? Information blank. Lovely. Is there any way of finding out that? Okay, so that's that symbol. And, oop, I'm over the other side of the tractor. This is this symbol. Okay, so if I stop this right on the thing and tip it in. How do I find out about storage? Buildings. Up. Grain silos, wheat. Okay. Let's... We've got a capacity of 100 tons. Okay. How do I find out how full the silo is, though? Is there a way of finding out how full the silo is? I don't know. So now that we have that emptied, we need to get back over to the field, which requires the F1 button. And what on earth is this? Home petrol station. Okay, and a car wash. Oh, so these do get dirty. I thought the harvester looked a bit less clean than it used to. I'm pretty sure all of this is wheat as well, which is nice. So if I just park the McCormick up here and turn it off. Go back over to the harvester, which is slightly full, but we can probably get the rest of the field into it. I think we're going to finish off by finishing this field today. We're going to try out baling next time if you want some more. And if you do want some more, please do remember to hit the like button below. Or if you're enjoying what you're seeing, do leave your comments and thoughts about the game as well below. Now it is running not quite solid 60, but I am recording, so it's going to take a couple of frames away. It's running almost flawlessly, I would say. It's pretty stable, pretty good. Not, like I said earlier, no game's perfect, and this is just launched for me yesterday, so hopefully there's going to be a few patches to iron out the kinks and fix things up, so you never quite know what you're going to get nowadays with a game. Launch day or the day after is never really a good time to be looking at a game, but you know, if you're planning on buying it for yourself, I would say like wait a few days to a week for the first few patches to come out, because usually now there's a day 1 patch and a day 2 patch and a day 3 patch, and I don't know if there's been any patches for this yet. But I can imagine there will be some to like add more stuff maybe, or to if there's a few bugs, which I haven't found any yet. Hopefully that grain silo, not saying anything, wasn't a bug. Because I have no idea how to figure out if it was a bug or not, or how to figure out how much is in it. Now I'm sure in the tutorials, which I should probably have done first, there is a way to find out. But why do tutorials when we can just jump straight in and hope for the best? The camera is a bit confused by everything I'm doing though, which is nothing new for me. If I'm not breaking something, I'm doing something wrong. I'm gonna be honest. So I do like I think the particle system coming out at the back of the harvester should maybe, the little wheat thing coming out, or the straw thing coming out of the back of the harvester should be a bit more solid. I've never seen wheat that opaque before. But it is quite nice. I'm still wondering what on earth is going on with that field. Is it that some of the crop just hasn't loaded in? Because if that's the case, that's kind of fine. Is that corn over there, actually? I don't even know what crops are in this game. I should have done some research. But where's the fun in having research done with a brand new game? I mean, Farming Simulator 17, everybody knows what's in it already, so you know, day 1 isn't going to be anything new, it's just going to be showing everything off. This, I might as well have a bit of fun and try to figure my way around the game. Because, I mean, it's more entertaining for you guys to have something to complain about. I wish you had some control over the reel, because that's kind of annoying, the fact that the reel is basically on the ground. So please don't complain about that. I know somebody's going to complain about the reel. I have no control over the reel, unfortunately. It's just on the ground constantly for some reason. So let's get the pipe out and unload this last bit of wheat into our trailer here, into our Sipma. That looks good to me. That's perfect. That's almost dead center. I've done well. So the harvester is emptying nicely. It looks like, yep. And that's it done. So that's this field done. Raise up the header again. And that's going to do it for today, I think. If you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the game, hit the like button. If you want to see more, let me know below, or you can always just, you know, you can let me know below if you want to see more. You can even leave your thoughts about the game yourselves. What do you think of the graphics? I think it's really pretty, but there's something ever so slightly off about the harvesters. I mean, some parts of it, like the wheels, look really, really gritty and realistic, and then other parts, like kind of the back area here, looks a bit cartoony at times. I'm not entirely sure what's wrong. I think it's a pretty good game. I forgot that the farmer makes a noise. That's really off-putting. What happens if I just jump? Oh, You can't jump in place. Got a new method of transport. It's called grunt jumping. Ooh! NPCs. Let's have a look at these guys. He's very angry. And he's angrier. Good! We're in the angriest town in the world. Good. I'm going to leave it here anyway. I will see you next time. I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farm Expert 2017. Oh my god, I almost said Farming Simulator. You've been watching Farm Expert 2017. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.